Before we jump into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, eBay Live. If you think eBay is just a marketplace, you're missing a whole side of it. eBay Live is where real-time excitement means rare, exclusive, hard-to-find cards and collectibles. You can watch live auctions, catch exclusive drops, and buy directly from trusted and, quite frankly, the best sellers like myself while it's all happening. It feels like a show, not just shopping, with great hosts, the aforementioned me, creators, and streamers. Plus, everything's backed by eBay's protections and authenticity guarantees. To check it out, download the eBay app, tap the eBay Live button right under the search bar. Make sure you follow, obviously, Sports Cards Nonsense. Let's get back to your show.
Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. It's going to be a different episode because at this moment, as we speak, Ray is not here. And that is a not that uncommon thing. Ray, I hope you're listening to this. We need to be on time when we say a time. It is now 20 minutes after the start time, and Ray has not arrived. However, our guest is here. And so we are going ahead and starting Matt, a.k.a. Funcle Cards. How are you, sir?
Heyo.
Hello, good sir. I feel like what's going to happen here is Ray's going to walk in and he's going to really question what's happening. And he's the most disappointing thing that he's going to find, not that we started early, but that you don't have your handlebar mustache anymore.
Yeah, I need to get rid of that.
No, you don't. No.
We're going to get into some pretty deep topics here.
Yeah.
And the mohawk with a handlebar, right? Just these sideburn handlebars coming out of nothing.
Oh, yeah, the sideburns. I'm realizing those are gone.
All of it.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I still kind of look like, I don't know, a pirate.
Dude.
Like a modern pirate.
It's a purely entertaining look. That's all I can say.
It's not too bad that Ray's a little late, right? Because I'm a little off. Maybe I can collect myself because I just got an email from my gym back home, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get suspended.
No, you're not. Are you joking?
So, yeah. So I'm a member of Lifetime, which is a pretty bougie gym line.
Okay.
And they have Wi-Fi in there.
Oh, God.
So
no.
what I want to do is see if anybody has left open their Spotify and I can join them and then play fart noises. So you take over their Spotify and there's an hour-long fart noises track on Spotify and I play that. And then I look around to see if I can figure out who I am farting.
Has this happened?
You've done
this? So this is not like an idea. This is a thing that has gone into motion.
Oh yeah. This is like 3 years now.
Oh my God.
And so every Lifetime in Colorado, somebody has had fart music, fart sounds played while they're working out. Listen to like whatever, their Polo G, and then all of a sudden.
Oh my goodness.
Except like 2 weeks ago, I took over a yoga class.
No, you didn't.
So the instructor, and so it was fart noises.
Yeah.
And it apparently got up to the GM.
Oh my God.
Because she just emailed me and they went around and there's a screenshot of me with the fart, with the phone out and with the fart song on it. So they know it was me.
They can see that closely onto your phone?
Well, I mean, they have cameras everywhere.
Yeah, but man.
It didn't help that I was like doubled over laughing. So yeah. I mean, that might have given it away a little bit.
That's amazing.
So I'm
That's
a little,
so good.
I don't know if they'll suspend me, but they want to talk.
Oh, they want to talk?
She wants to talk to me when I get back.
You're like, I kept wondering why I wasn't listening. I couldn't hear it. It was so weird.
Hey, different stories for different folks, right?
Yeah.
Don't.
People work out to all kinds of stuff. I get motivated by.
Don't jam shame me here.
Jam shame you. All right. Well, all that being said, we have a great episode. I was really hoping by 3 minutes into this, Ray would have showed up. So he'll be here eventually. Before we get into, because the main topic I think today has to be the show, of course, like what we went to over in Nashville. I apologize. My words are coming out so hard this morning. I slept for like 2 hours and I'm finding like I want to just kind of take a nap as we're doing this.
Yep.
So that being said, if I give more ums or uhs or more of my signature catchphrases that everyone hates, I apologize.
That being said, we'll forgive you.
That being said, I really look forward to talking about Poké Fest because that show is very interesting and educational for me. I think there's a lot to take away from it, but there's also going to be a lot of Disney talk, gem rating talk, and look who decides to show. Ray, because it's 25 after, my friend. The cameras are running. You get over there. Go sit in your seat, sir. We have to get going because we have to get this thing on the road because I have to do SCN after this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. All right. So Ray's here. The topics before we get into Poké Fest and all that, though, let me just hit a few things because next week is going to be really interesting. After a couple weeks of like no new releases or products or anything like that, Topps is putting out a few things. We have, first off, Star Wars Masterwork. Star Wars Masterwork on June 3rd.
Masterwork is always awesome.
I'm very excited about Masterwork. Every year I'm excited about Masterwork. Yep. WWE Cosmic comes out on Thursday, June 4th. That'll be a big wrestling day. But on June 2nd, it's not a release, like it's not a breaking release, but it will be 2026 Marvel Chrome Comics pre-sale starts, which is, I find very, very interesting every year. And I always think, oh, they'll change it this year. It's not going to be like this, where it's like Disney and Disney and Marvel Chrome products seem to come out within a month of each other.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't like it. And it's happening again.
I would be interested to hear your listeners, how many collect Disney and Marvel?
I can tell you, as far as breaks go,
I know
a lot of them overlap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of overlap between the two.
Yep.
And that's the thing. There may be there's probably going to be people that are more Disney collectors or more Marvel collectors, but they still overlap to where it's like, yeah, I like one more than the other maybe, but I still like them both.
I collect overall like Umbrella Disney.
Yeah.
And mainly Thanos Marvel. So yeah, there's overlap, but it's not like the Venn diagram isn't right on top of each other.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. I think there is a Venn diagram covering, but I'm going ahead and also saying this because by the time the next episode comes out, the Marvel release will have already happened. So just go ahead, mark your calendars if you guys want to try and get the pre-sale. Topps website on Tuesday, June 2nd, 12 o'clock Eastern. There will be the pre-sale. Ray, welcome. How are you?
What's up?
Good to see you. How was your night?
Good.
Good night. Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Doing good. Doing good. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Whoa.
Good.
The tension here, gentlemen.
It's
okay.
Palpable.
Yeah. Okay.
It's palpable. Oh, dang it.
So
Funk, do you mind closing that door?
Sure.
All right. Sorry. I apologize.
Well, that's my fault. I forgot to close it.
This is a much more natural. This is a much more natural as the mic falls over. This is a episode where it's also a holiday. So like it's Memorial Day. Do you mind also pulling that curtain? It's Memorial Day, and
do you mind also taking your shirt off?
Could you run a couple errands for me? I think I left Penny on the ground over there. Yeah, it's Memorial Day. This office is closed. The whole parking lot is empty. I don't think anybody really wants to do anything on a day like this. It's also like a very rainy, cloudy day. But after the weekend we had, it's like we would be doing the people a disservice by not coming in here and talking about
it's very true.
Everything that happened.
I know that you talked about the Cosmic WWE, and they're going to have the checklist came out last night.
Oh, it did?
It did. And I think it's 8 or 7 different wrestlers who are going to have the planetary pursuits.
Oh, cool.
So if the people don't know
is this the first year for him?
Yes. Yeah, this will be the first year for the planetary pursuit. So the way that works is, of course, every wrestler will have like a planet and the sun associated with them.
Okay.
The further from the sun, yes. Pluto being the most rare of them all.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Well, and that's the thing that Mike's always talking about, how like there was a Tom Brady heiress card that he's yet to ever see, and I still actually question if they made any. But yeah, I'm glad that they are including Pluto still. I mean, here's the thing.
What was the acronym? Please excuse my. No, that's not it.
My very educated mother.
What
was there a
was
pizza
it?
involved?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's
There's
the last
pizza
one.
Pluto.
Pizza pie.
Pizza
Yeah,
pie.
my very educated mother
I don't
just
think,
made us pizza pie.
is that a thing?
Educated mother.
Yeah, don't you
Mars,
remember?
Just Jupiter, Saturn, just served.
Just
Us.
Neptune.
us, Uranus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uranus.
Uranus, thank you.
I think of the
Nine pizza pies. 9 Neptune, P Pluto.
I'm going to be honest
My
with
very
you.
educated mother just served us 9 pizza pies.
I know people have said it before because that's how I knew there was a pizza. I don't think I was ever taught that. I don't think there was like a class where someone said it.
First of all, that's a lie.
I
Because
don't
we
remember
took
that.
all the same classes.
What class do you think it was in?
Science?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it would make sense. It would be science, but I mean, still.
Do you remember the PIMDOS and math?
Maybe PEMDAS.
Yeah.
Not PIMDOS. Did you say PIMDOS?
It's like parentheses.
Oh yeah, PEMDOS.
There you go.
Oh yeah, parentheses exponent something.
Yeah, kids nowadays are so dumb.
Yeah.
We barely know the planets.
Get it together.
I'm on.
remember how to do basic
You know
math?
what? You know
Kind
what?
of.
I know
Kind of.
Earth. Okay, and that's the best one. Well, Mars, I guess, is cool.
No,
too.
Uranus.
Yeah,
But we know the capital cities.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I don't know. The
What are you
capitals.
drinking over there?
So Starbucks started doing energy teas, and I find that I enjoy them. You got to do it with water and not lemonade. You know, cut down on the calories, but
Oh, okay.
but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can chug it. This is like my
Thanks
second.
for offering us some.
Well, when you had texted, I was already grabbing mine, so I was like, "Oh, well, he's already getting it." So that's it.
They didn't have chocolate, so I got you vanilla.
No, that's perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
He's deathly allergic to vanilla. Funcle is just such a nice guy. I think he would probably
Vanilla.
say that.
Yeah. It's like, well, I mean, I actually just got you grass. Like, oh, that'll work.
Matcha.
Yeah.
I like matcha.
No, you haven't tried that yet.
Really? I love a good
Grass?
matcha.
Oh, yeah.
If we knew more about our sleep, what would we do differently? Would we go to bed at a consistent time or take steps to reduce interruptions to our sleep? With Sleep Score, Apple Watch measures your bedtime consistency, interruptions, and sleep duration. Then, every morning it combines these factors into an easy-to-understand score from 1 to 100. So you'll know how to take the quality of your sleep from okay to very high. Know your sleep score with Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
Can I ask you both? I would like, first off, before you answer, because I want you to have the number already in your head.
Oh, penguin
1
hands.
to 10, what would you rate the card show this weekend? But do you have your answer before he says anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's a little,
Numbers.
well,
8.5.
wow. Okay, I was going to go 6.
Oh,
Okay.
really? I was going to
Yeah.
say 8.
I've been to better ones for sure.
I mean, when you say better, okay, so I would like to know why you say 6 and why you say 8.5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, part of it is because I was vending, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
and so I'd
Wait,
rather
is
be
that
on
like
the
a
floor.
down? Oh,
I'd rather be on the floor buying, looking for deals, things like that. You know, anytime I would step away from the booth, Jesse would like have like a fit and be
I
like,
never
"You
had
better
a-
get
oh,
back here
I
in like
never-
3 minutes."
It's hard. Ray,
And I agree.
you had the
And I
best cards
agree.
at the show.
Yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
honestly.
And Ray's Pokemon collection is fantastic.
It is funny how much people stop just to appreciate his Pokemon cards.
Yeah, like he has like the ponchos, he had the Mario and the Luigi, he had them out. And so these are cards you don't rarely see and all together.
And that's why I bring them, because it got people stop at the
100%.
booth.
Loved it.
And then you get the conversation going. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
I don't have that, but here's another thing. This binder is $5 another. This one's 5 to 10. And they usually, you know, it turns into a sale.
9 times out of 10, I didn't, and just to be clear, just in case you did take it personally, I didn't care that you left. I thought it was more funny to
I don't
give you a
take
hard
it.
time.
No,
But
I didn't take it personally.
there were times where I'm like, oh man, there's someone who wants to deal. I want him back here because I don't want to try. I would get nervous like if someone started asking about like the ponchos or something, because I'm like, oh, what if this is a real sale? Because you actually did have an opportunity
I
like that.
had
biggest
two
trade.
opportunities.
One of the biggest trades
Yeah.
we've seen. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, what was that?
There was 2 different opportunities that people came up wanting to trade for the ponchos. One of them was a little less of they wanted to trade a whole binder of really nice raw cards.
okay.
It was like a $3,500 in value.
Oh, okay.
And then he wanted to trade a Game Art Charizard.
Mhm.
Like, if you don't know what that is, the Game Art Charizard was a Japanese exclusive card that came into a magazine. It's Charizard kind of flying and it has like Venusaurs with like vines wrapped around them.
Oh, cool.
It's a Japanese promo, very rare. And he also wanted to trade the stamp Pikachu promo. Like the stamp, I mean by like stamps that you put on your envelopes.
Oh, really?
So like in Japan, they did this contest to where it's like a Japanese art. It's like a legitimate Japanese art, but they redid it to look like Pokemon, where like the lady's looking over her shoulder and like Pikachu's right there.
Oh, like the geisha thing?
Yes, like the geisha one.
Yeah.
So you actually had to buy it. It's weird. I can't remember all the specific details, but you had to enter a contest to be able to buy this box.
Just to have the opportunity.
The opportunity to buy this box.
Okay.
And I still think that card is extremely undervalued. At a PSA 10, it's like a $4,600 card.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's still undervalued because you had to win the contest to even be able to purchase it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And for you to get a 10 possibly is even more rare.
Yeah.
Dang.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that was one trade.
So that was one trade, and he wanted cash on top, and I was like, no, not really.
Okay.
And then the biggest trade that came up to a table is somebody wanted to trade a first edition PSA 8 Charizard for 3 of my ponchos, which after the money was there, like it was absolutely like even trade.
Yeah.
Right? Like it valued.
So that's his preference.
It was like valued around like $50K, like the trades.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
So
yeah,
we didn't get it done. He actually backed out. I was nervous about the trade the whole time because he had not only it was an old cert, but it was even the older cert that didn't even come with the PSA hologram in the middle.
I think you made a good choice. I mean, granted, he was the one who backed out, but I think the fact that you were already nervous is probably.
I was already nervous about it because it was a big trade, and then you're not expecting it, right?
Yeah.
Like I would have to really thought about it.
Yeah.
If I was really considering it, I would have got his number. Let me think about it. I'll call you back.
Yeah.
To do that, I would go around the show. Like after that, I asked one of my buddies, "Hey, would you have done this trade?" It's like, "Oh, was that so and so?" It's like, "Oh, that's a homie. That card's legit. Like you don't have to worry about it."
Oh, okay.
And
you know what I mean?
Cards that big, right? There are so few of them.
Enough people know
That a lot of people know
Exactly.
who has that specific card.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. And one of the first things that I did, and I advise like everyone to do this when you're at a card show, like when a big card comes up, because you're in there's a lot going on.
The heat of the moment.
It's the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to like, okay, take a breath, slow down.
Yeah.
Let's let's do this,
It
right?
doesn't have to be done today.
It doesn't have to be done today, but let's do the due diligence that you would usually do and don't get like forced into a trade that you don't agree to, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. I think it's
and
good
like one of the
advice.
first things that I did before we really got the ball rolling, let me just look up the cert number and see if
sure.
it matches up to what the card is. And that's something really easy that you can do
Yeah.
in the beginning. But people forget, okay, let me slow down. Let me do what I'm supposed to be doing and then go from there.
I think at this point, probably most know, like, hey, if I'm going to make a counterfeit card, I'm going to get at least the cert number right, but I do think least of what you can do is just check that first.
But, there's these things to where people will buy a legit card, crack it, put a fake card in a real PSA slab. And that happens all the time. They can just do that.
And regrade
it repeatedly.
card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a repeating cycle.
Okay. So let's go back to your 6 ranking of the show, though.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think gave it the 6 for you?
For me,
other than not being able to vend or not being able to walk around since you were vending.
Just trying to like figure out like the dynamics between like all of us.
Oh, okay.
Too. This is the first time we've all done it together.
Funcle, are you hearing this? We're the reason it got a 6.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I like had a blast. I'm like, man, we're getting along great.
I did have a blast, but like when I want to be with you guys, right?
Yes.
But like the dynamic of like, I don't know, like if Jesse's willing to make this deal, like does he feel comfortable with me leaving? Does it feel, like we're not aware of each other enough to do it to where like everyone feels comfortable. Like,
I think my biggest fear was like I joke around a lot, and I'm afraid like one of my jokes is going to affect a deal in some way. And so I tried not to. When you were actually in the middle of a business process, I tried to leave you alone as much as possible. But like when you would be gone and someone would come, like kids would come and look at cards, and I will say this, Ray is so well prepared because he's got his binder that's like the $5 binder, and he's got a binder that's like a $3 binder, and he's got all of his cards has a price tag on it, except for his ponchos, which understandably. And it's like, oh, when you left, I didn't really feel. I told everybody who would come by, it's like, I know nothing of what's on this table, but what I can tell you is that if that price is on there, I can go ahead and allow you to buy it. And I'll tell you what, since he's not here, you're getting a $1 discount. I told every single person that, though. So if you're wondering why the math doesn't necessarily match up, a few people got a $1 discount every once in a while. So I hope that's okay.
And notice that nobody's saying, but like, oh, I didn't interrupt any of Matt's deals because literally we sold not kidding, sold a card. We won
the Wally, and that was the last, and it was after the show was over. Like after the show was over.
So this is why I gave the show an 8 because of that, I would have said probably a 6 because it was not a non-sport show. It was a Pokemon show.
It was.
Well, you have to remember
that's not the show promoter's fault by any means. Granted, it is called Poké Fest, so that does include you're going to get a lot of Pokemon people there. But it just like I was hoping we were going to see more Disney, more Star Wars, more everything else in the non-sport world, even vintage. You know, there's a lot of those shows. Really, you'll have vintage guys who have like presidents or flag cards or other stuff like that. It was a Pokemon show, and there were maybe 3 people who had things beyond Pokemon.
But that's kind of why I gave it an 8.5, because we got to educate.
I agree.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I gave it an 8 because if I think of it as a Pokemon show, then I think, it was 8, maybe even higher than that, because everybody seemed to have a good time. Like, I mean, there was a lot of buying and selling, especially on Saturday. I do give this is again not the show's fault. It was more it got rained out on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Raining. I mean, Saturday was better for sure, but it was also there was a big flea market thing going on at the same premises on the other side, and they took up like the majority of the parking where you normally have better parking. People to be able to like park close, walk right in. So I think some of these factors affected it a little bit, but.
And then like kicked us out early. Like I know the show on Saturday was like till 6 because I think the soccer game was there. But like at the National, dude, people we're there till like 10 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
so it's like
they were like Jesse left a little bit early on Saturday.
Yeah, I left like at 4:30.
But we were sitting there talking to other like whatnot sellers and everything, and just like chit chatting, right? Like trades, making relationships, and they're literally like pushing us out. Like
really? Everyone lists to get out.
Yeah,
that's crazy because
it was surprising.
That's the thing. On Friday they were open till 8, but no one was there, so we ended up leaving at like 5 or 6 or something. So
who knows? I mean, security they probably needed to lock it up.
Maybe, yeah. I would say like while the show's going on, the meat of the show, it was going very well. I just wish there was more other.
Is there any non-sports specific shows that are non-Pokemon shows that you know of?
So several people mentioned Collecticon being a better place to set up for a non-sport show.
I disagree.
But I haven't been. Well, have you? But
I've never been there, but I know.
You disagree, but you've never been.
But I'm in the game, and it's not.
Here's
it's not
thing.
like that.
You can have that opinion, but I would like to challenge us both to go to a Collecticon.
Don't challenge me.
I want to go.
This feeds into like a little bit like what I wanted to talk about of TCG versus Disney and non-sport anyways.
Yes.
Okay. So it might not be big enough yet. Non-sport is not big enough yet to support its own show.
Yeah. You mean like it's taking out TCG. You're just saying just non-sport.
Yeah. Because there is a delineation between non-sport and TCG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So last 30 days, PSA grading.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards of non-sport have they graded?
Ray just looked at your screen.
I can't read.
It's okay.
I can't read.
Yeah.
I can't read. That's it. I never learned. How many non-sport?
Yeah. 30 days. Right, they're grading 100,000 cards a day.
100,000 cards a day. I'm gonna say 200,000.
Okay. 50,000.
50,000 cards
30 days.
over 30 days.
And right, that's Marvel, that's Star Wars, that's Disney.
That's not bad.
How many TCG?
Oh.
Ray?
Yeah.
Per day?
No. Last 30 days total.
Last 30 days?
Last month.
I mean, we did have that. What was that report that they put out? I don't know. 100,000.
What?
Yeah.
1.5 million.
Whoa.
Well, if they're doing 100,000 cards a
30
day.
times.
Yeah.
30 times. And so at the show, there should be 30 times more tables for TCG versus non-sport.
Makes sense.
And it was.
That makes sense.
There were like 2 non-sport and like 60 TCG.
That makes sense.
You know what? Your math is like really mathing for me. That
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
Doesn't
that
that
makes a lot of
blow
sense.
your mind? Like the TCG is so much bigger.
Well, they've had years.
100%.
You know, so it's like, and now, like,
But
I tell people, like, I tell vendors right now that vend Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, like the non-sports, non-TCG cards, the Disney, the Star Wars, like all this stuff that's like considered new. Like, if you really want to invest in something to make money,
Mm-hmm.
it's a no-brainer.
it's
It's a no-brainer. And some of the cards are still like the Woody sold for what, 30K?
The 2025 Disney
Yeah.
Chrome.
I mean, think about that. That's already selling for that much.
Did you see the churro? The 1 out
Churro.
of 10 churro from
Yeah.
70th anniversary?
550 bucks.
560. Yep.
But-
So, like, think about that. Like, we're just like at the cusp, the inception of this
Yeah.
non-sports, non-TCG world. So, if you want to invest in something, I feel like after the years and people start getting privy to what's going on, like all the
Yeah.
2023, all the Disney 100, like all the like legit like alpha sets, those are going to be like the first edition Pokemon sets.
And I was so jealous at the show is people seeing your $25,000 ponchos and not blinking.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
and that it's a mature, established market with an established value
Yes.
that they would see that card and not blink and be like, yeah, 25,000, that's what that's worth.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And I have an out of 299 Mickey purple, and I not defending, but I'm explaining why it's 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, ugh, it's
People
like,
are
this
like,
is an absolute iconic character in an absolute limited edition first Topps Chrome. We saw what Chrome did for NFL.
yeah.
And like the only reason it exploded was because it was Topps Chrome.
Mhm.
Disney with the chase, this is it. And people are like, oh, I don't know, that seems a bit high. And I get it, right? It's just not established yet.
Well, and it wasn't even just Disney. It was like when they would see the 1966 Batman.
Yeah.
Like you were like, that's card selling for 450, even 500.
I still want to buy that.
And you were selling it for 400.
400 because it's a little off center.
But we like, it's like every single time someone asked how much, we had to justify it with well, it sells for 455, but we're asking, you're asking 400 just so you can like help them to appreciate, hey, it's actually under comps.
Yeah.
But they were still shocked by the $400 price tag. But it's like, it's because they don't know.
It's just not established.
And that's where, like, when you say the education part, like the
Uh-huh.
enjoyable part, that was something that I feel if there was a real benefit to that show, other than, I was able to sell some things. I will say that. So, but yeah, before we go into more detail, I guess I'll give a little bit of my experience. I did sell.
What do you give it?
I think it's still an 8 as a Pokemon show. Like, I think it was a really good show for Pokemon. If you're going there for not Pokemon, I think when I was set up at the regular card show, like the regular sports card show, I did better selling non-sport there than I did selling at the Pokemon show.
So maybe that Venn diagram is a little more overlapping.
And I told Funcle this because it's like those guys, they're much more used to the Topps card world.
Mhm.
Because it's almost like you have to differentiate not just like between sports, non-sports, TCG. It's almost like you have to differentiate between Pokemon and Topps.
I think that's what it is. Like in a TCG world, people don't understand like the serializing of cards.
Yes,
And like the different parallels.
That was
like,
really interesting. Like I took it for granted.
Like that's confusing.
That's why I was like having to stop and try and explain that to some people. I was just like, well, as you can see, these Pokemon cards, they don't have any of that. That's where they differentiate with these Topps cards. This Disney card is going to be 1 out of 10. So obviously there's only 10 of these out there. There is a manufactured scarcity and in some cases real scarcity too, because you can't just get a grade in PSA 10 in a lot of them. So it's like trying to make sure they understand why it is what it is. But again, I think at the end of the show, my thinking was, man, I wish I had sold more cards because most of the stuff I sold was wax. And I didn't bring up a lot of cards. But when I say I sold more cards, I also viewed it as anytime Funcle would sell a card, it felt like it was like part of the non-sport team, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, I would consider
He
that.
wasn't even there when we sold
But that's
it.
the thing. So that's what I mean. You didn't sell a card while I was there.
We sold a couple I forgot we did sell a couple like non-sport, like Pee Wee Herman cards.
Oh, really?
We sold some Mario cards. I mean, but like
That's true. Yeah.
$10.
There was like the
Oh,
Val
wow.
Kilmer
Yeah.
Batman, right?
And people just wanted a fun Pee Wee card. I think it was like $15. So.
And so it's like I sold Labubu, which is crazy to me.
You sold out of Labubu.
Yeah, I sold like 7 boxes of Labubu, which is weird. Granted, I was selling them at like $55, but I think that's what a lot of people have them listed for these days. So it wasn't that crazy. I sold that, and then I think I sold a few boxes of GPK Green Day, and then maybe 1 or 2 other things. But yeah, it was a lot of the wax, but the cards were a much harder sell because again, we had to stop and educate people.
And this is not a Tennessee Nashville show specific thing. I set up at a card show maybe a year ago, and it was the exact same thing. And so I just don't go to cards. I don't set up as a vendor at card shows because the market's not ready yet.
Yeah.
But what this did help me show is I am going to start setting up at card shows with a very few cards just to educate, just to talk to people.
Yeah.
Because it was a blast. It was absolutely a blast.
Oh, the people were so kind. Jeff, by the way, the promoter who got us a couple tables, like in a very good spot, I would say, because it's right by the vending machine.
The pretzel stand.
And it was the corner of vending machine and bathroom where people have to go.
Yep.
Have to.
We were constantly having people coming by. Even if they weren't buying from us specifically, they were at least looking through Ray's stuff, buying some, and we were able to talk and joke and chit chat and all that stuff.
And a lot of them did think it was us that the smell was coming from. And we're like, no, that's actually the bathroom. That really is the bathroom.
Oh, and I forgot I did sell those Pokemon boxes to Brendan or Braylon.
Oh yeah, Braden.
That kid, the redheaded kid who was like, he was a good sport. He was joking around with us a lot. We did the coin flips multiple times.
Oh yeah, that kid. Yeah,
I'll tell you this much. I am killing it on coin flips. I lost my first one, won the next 5. I got several free things because of that.
We had a guy at the end come through with like 2 boxes of double or nothing.
Oh, really?
He had like
flips.
$190 and he was like double or nothing. Like
Whoa.
380 or nothing. I was like, man.
What?
Yeah. People get crazy towards the end.
Yeah,
They're
they're
trying to make some money.
Well, it's fun, right? There's so much Pokemon that's so easy to trade.
Well, that's the thing. Before I left, because I had all those, the blister packs out that I had bought, like, I don't know, 6 months or whatever it was ago from like Walgreens. I had 40 something single packs. I had a few double packs, and I brought them all out there. And I think I sold maybe 2 of them at the table. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave with all these. They've just been in
go
a
shove
bag.
them around.
I just like, and so finally, that was like probably the second time I even walked anywhere at the show besides our booth. I just walked over to one section where I saw, that says buying. I went up to one guy and I was like, hey, would you want to buy these for like, I think I said it like $9 or maybe I think it was somewhere between $8 and $9 a blister. And the guy was like, hang on, let me ask this guy. And while he's doing that, another guy overheard me. He's like, hey, if he says no, I say yes, come over here. So, I mean, it was no problem actually getting those sold to other vendors at least. So I will say there was buying going on for sure. And there was selling going on. I was actually kind of surprised that you were buying stuff. Like I go to a lot of these shows. I've been to some of these card shows with Mike, and it feels like when he's at these shows, it's much more often a selling opportunity, unless he's buying like a big lot of something. So I don't see him buying like singles all that often.
If you are vending at a card show and you're not buying, you're missing a huge opportunity.
So
I disagree. At sports shows.
Well, here's the thing.
I disagree. Listen, the reason why, at least I know.
I like this. I like when we disagree on things.
Yeah.
In the Pokemon world, one of the things that we know that is agreed upon is that when you are selling a card that you personally pulled and you go up to a table, you are not looking to get 100. There's a set understanding that you are not selling this as 100% comps.
Yeah.
The vendor, you try to find the vendor that pays for the most.
Yeah. Closest to it.
The closest to it, the better percentage cash or whatever you want for it. Right. Yeah. And so with that being said, in quotation marks, Jesse Gibson.
Yep. Thank you.
As a vendor, that's a no-brainer. Like, why would you? Like, that's the only reason why I started vending, because I know that people are going to come to my table and they're going to want to sell cards at a percentage. and I'm paying anywhere from like, depending on the card, right? Like a good card, you're paying like a little more, like 90%, right? But like a decent card, 75 to 80%.
Yeah. Well,
and then it either goes in my PC or I hold it a little bit, let it go up, and then I sell it, or I take it because I think I got a good deal on it. And then I'll go to a next table, and then I'll make $120.
And which is exactly what you did at one point, I feel like, or at least a couple points. You bought and then immediately turned around and was able to flip it. I think that's like, actually, I kind of am impressed by that because it's not just like the knowledge of the market; it's also the knowledge of the local market, because you know like who you could take it to right away. You didn't have to like go walk around to each table and see. It's like, no, you have established relationships with some of these guys. And it's like, I know they're a buyer and they trust you. And therefore you're cutting out half of the hassle of selling anything, which is, do I trust this guy selling me that? You know? So I think your experience probably led to a very good opportunity for buying and then selling. I'm one of those where it's like, this is my first non-sport show. I've only been to sports card shows. I did think the buying opportunity was probably one of my, it's probably one of the reasons why I will be going back to every show that I can locally, because of the fact that even though I didn't sell a ton, I did like I got the refractor set from Disney 100.
That's incredible.
That was I say. The thing that I noticed, and I think we just misunderstood each other. I probably misunderstood it. I can't buy from other vendors.
Yes, you can.
Well, hang on.
But as a sport, in sports, right? Like we need to separate these three: TCG, non-sport, and sport. For sports, you can't buy from another vendor, right? Because you cannot create enough margin to make money.
Oh,
right?
well,
because sports is so established, and it is not the value is not increasing quickly enough.
I think it depends on the vendor, but I think
The only way that you could make money is that you have a vendor that maybe doesn't have it all together.
Sure, we don't.
You know what I mean? Okay, there could be some like arbitrage, like
when they saw me coming, they were like, "Oh I'm gonna make money on that guy."
Yeah,
those
like if you don't
sketches,
like, especially like I don't know if sports, in sports they have like the dollar, the rows and stuff like that. So if they're not repricing those dollar rows consistently, then you're gonna find something that you're gonna make money on.
But TCG. You can still make money. You can buy from other vendors and be like, hey, I believe this card is underpriced. And like the vendor knows comps and you're just like, no, I'm just going to hold this for literally like a few weeks to a month. Sports, you're not going to do that. And then in Disney, 100% you can do that.
Yeah.
But you are going to be holding it for a little bit or finding a different avenue to sell it. You're not going to be able to sell it at that show.
Well, and I guess I wouldn't even know because I haven't been to a show where I could find, like if I found a Disney card, it's either going to be me, the guy I bought it from, and maybe one or two other people that are even going to be interested or know anything about it. So it's like, at least at this kind of show, right? So it's like, it's not just this show, but if it has Pokemon in the title, I would assume most shows across the country are not non-sports card shows. They're Pokemon shows that also have non-sports cards there.
Well, I think, we still need to do like our due diligence to educate the masses on the non-sports world. Non-TCG, non-sports, and do more because, Pokemon is huge. We all know that. And then all the YouTube videos, everything, like like you were saying, your example of the ponchos and how expensive they are. Every vendor POV video, like people come up to the table and they know the price. So people are watching this and it's already like ingrained in their head.
The established market.
It's already established. So what we need to do is that we just need to educate the people and then just to get that ball rolling.
Agreed.
And it's still such a young market. So this was the stat that I found that blew my mind.
Ooh. Okay. Is this the stat?
The stat that I wanted to share at this show.
Okay.
Are
you ready?
This is to give it context. 2024 Pokemon Surging Sparks. How many cards have been graded from that set? 2024
Oh, wow.
Surging Sparks.
It's a lot. There's probably been like 4 or 5 reprints of that set.
Okay. I'm going to say 1 million.
I would say double it.
Well,
double it.
300,000. Just English. English. Okay.
I feel bad when I go over, but I honestly have no idea. 300,000. Yeah, I guess that's a lot still.
2024 Disney Topps Chrome. How many cards have been graded from that set?
Which year?
2024.
2024. Disney.
And what was the Surging Sparks?
300,000.
300,000. I would say 10,000.
I'm gonna say 15.
20,000.
Okay,
From
dang
that
it.
whole set.
We did the worst guessing. We were under on the one that was supposed to be more.
No.
Okay, so wait. So
But that's
20,000 cards.
20,000 cards from the whole set.
Put that in perspective. How many cards are we thinking? Like, what is, how many?
2,700 cases.
2,700 cases. Okay. So there's quite a few cards,
but
altogether.
So there's just not enough cards out there to be able to feed the trading that would happen at these shows. So that would be able to be big enough to create a show.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, there are other non-sport you can throw in, but other than Marvel and Star Wars, is there really that much?
Yeah, I think like you've got a few who are still into, say, Upper Decks Marvel and DC. So you've got a few more there. But again, I think it goes back to, well, I don't think there's even close to at one show. Like if you had like a national show, like say it was like the national for non-sports. Yeah, I could see that being a thing where you could put on a whole show. But having a local show where it's just like, hey, here's our local show. Come on down for the Star Wars, Marvel, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to find.
No, it's going to be me.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have like, you're going to have 5 guys.
I mean, we could do it. We could set up a non-national. We can call it the non-national.
The non-national?
Everything non-sports.
That's kind of I like that. That's kind of catchy.
But I mean, this just shows you that there's just not enough cards yet.
Now, the non-national nonsense show.
Card.
Whoa.
Or show. Yeah,
cards.
that's a
card.
Yeah.
Just card.
So there's not enough cards being printed.
We're getting there, right? Because this was 2024. 2025 is when they started coming out with additional, like smaller sets, like Disney, Topps Chrome Wonder, Mint, and all that stuff for Star Wars and Marvel too. So we are getting there. But how long did it take Pokemon to get this big, right? 30 years.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because like you were saying, it's like, oh man, 2024 or 2025 got printed to the ground. Now 2026 is going to get printed even more. So it's like a double-edged sword, right?
2025 got printed in comparison to the audience, to the amount of people that collect. But in the comparison to a sports card release, it was not nearly as much as what one of those would be. However, I completely agree as far as like the time frame that's needed, and that's where I lose track sometimes. Like I think I get unjustified with my outlook of what this market should be, because I'm like, well, I like it, and I know Funcle likes it, and Ray likes it, and it's like we should be just as popular. But just because 3 of us like it, and then we have a community of people that we've found that also like this thing, it's like, oh, well, this community comes into the eBay Live or to the Fanatics Live streams, and they get in the breaks. And I know there's tons of people who know these cards. But again, how many people really is that? A few hundred? Maybe, 1,000? But we're talking about worldwide Pokemon audience. Millions and millions of people. It's not even close. And that's where I need to have more patience.
Who grew up on it. And the main thing was the card game. Like even before the cartoon and everything, it was the card game.
Yeah.
And so that is the number one collectible in Pokemon. Whereas like with Disney, right, it's still going to be figurines. It's going to be Disneyland tickets. It's going to be, there's so many other collectibles.
Pins.
Outside of cards.
Yes.
And like Star Wars has the action figures too.
Well, but to the point of, again, comparing it back to Pokemon, I do think Disney, of all of the, call it like the 4 major non-sport groups, which would be,
break it down,
Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, and I'll throw DC in there as well.
Okay.
All right, let's call those the 4 ones, not including any TCGs, but those being the 4 biggest non-sports. I would say the closest comparison to Pokemon is Disney. And I say that because you have a lot of similarities in the sense that you have a lot of movies, TV shows. You've got video games. You've got paraphernalia, marketing. You see the IP everywhere. It's not just here in the US. It's worldwide. And they do also have cards, of course. They've got Lorcana stuff now. But Lorcana just came out. And it's not even the same thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
I was
And
surprised how many people came to the table asking for Lorcana.
I actually was too.
Yep.
I was very surprised to see how many people came for Lorcana.
They saw Disney and they're like, "Oh, you have Lorcana?"
Well, they saw me dressed as Buzz, and they just assume I must have Lorcana, which I did have the one, which I at least got to show off.
Did you sell it yesterday?
I did.
Went way over
They
comps.
asked me not to sign it. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they
So I'm
did.
glad I didn't sign it.
What did it sell for?
It was like $30 or
Yeah,
something.
no, it was way over comps. Like, people liked it, but I think they just wanted to encourage Lorcana in the show.
But here's
really.
Can I talk about the eBay Live last night?
Sure.
Are you okay with
I think
me talking about
it
Live?
went just for the little bit that I saw. I think the rookie Mickey was running when I stopped.
Oh, well, see, that was a good time to
insane.
come in and look.
Yeah.
That one did really well. But not everything did really well.
Really? Okay.
And that's that. So here's
Well, the Buzz
Matt and
I
I-
bought for $8, so
well,
we need to
Okay.
get more.
yeah, right. Matt and I talked about this for a while after the show too, and it's like, oh, okay, that was not our best show. And when I say that, it's because when you compare some comps to the sales, it was like there was a few things that maybe went at comps, maybe a couple that went over, but there was a lot that went under some of those comps, and some of those comps weren't even like that high. Some comps were maybe a few years old, and it was still under.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's just like,
I'm sure the holiday weekend had probably something to do with
that
it
was
as
one
well.
factor, right?
Yeah.
It's a holiday weekend. But it also was like my expectation again is if we're talking about Pokemon cards that have multiple $1,000 values for a PSA 10, and there's tens of thousands of them already graded, and I know how popular that is, then why is it that this Mickey Mouse that is one of the most iconic characters in fictional history is not even going for $1,000
What did it sell for?
when it's much more rare?
Well, we're trying. I'd say the refractor Mickey PSA 10, it sold for $800,
Which is great.
which is slightly over comps, which is what that card is doing, right? It's slowly going up over the past 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how it should be trending, and how you know that the momentum is building here.
But when you see like an out of 10 Arthur Pendragon selling for $71.
Yeah, it was a PSA 9.
Who's Arthur
black.
Pendragon?
From Sword in the Stone.
He's the main.
Oh,
He's
gotcha,
the kid.
gotcha.
Yeah.
He's
sold-
the kid? That's his name?
Yeah, King Arthur.
King
is the
Arthur.
kid, yeah.
Pendragon? Oh.
It sold for 70, and that's just an indication, right, that the final buyer wasn't in there. Okay,
Exactly.
So
That's
after
probably like a very niche.
no, well,
character?
right, that
No?
the set is so popular, and it's black out of 10,
Gotcha.
right? So
Okay.
yes,
So
eventually,
no matter what the character is, a
and
black.
so
should have been
that's
more
kind of the
popular.
point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it didn't even really matter the character as much as the fact of it was from. It was a 24 or
It was
23?
a 24.
It was, so it was still 24, which is a extremely limited set, like 23 was, and so it's like $71. Like if there were several times, I'm not just saying it for the live and saying it to encourage buying. I'm saying this 100% real. I wish I wasn't selling so that I could have been buying, because I would have bought these
Well,
cards.
shoot, send me a text.
Well, there are 3 types of buyers,
Yeah,
right? And we are, everybody is always all 3 of them at different times. There is the flipper, there is the investor, and there's the collector.
yes,
The collector doesn't care about the price. So I bought a
Agreed.
Costco founder signature, right?
Yeah.
Beckett authenticated, and it had the number. It had $1.50
For the
on it.
glizzy.
for the glizzy for the Costco hot dogs. Like, what's that card actually worth? Right? Who knows? I paid $350 for it
yeah,
and was glad to. I'm like, this card is
yeah.
amazing.
It's pretty sick.
It's going in the
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, right. And so the price didn't matter. Then there's the investor.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're buying it now. They don't mind paying like right around comps, because they're going to hold it for an extended period of time, like over months, over years, expecting this specific card to go up.
Yeah.
And then the flipper, who is like looking to sell it within the next few months, like maybe grade it, but they are looking like, I'm going to buy it now, and then I'm going to sell it as soon as I can. This isn't going to sit anywhere. This is an investment. I'm just
Yeah.
going to make a few bucks on it.
Yeah.
And most of the buyers, a lot of the buyers are flippers.
Yeah.
From the show. And it's just because the collectors don't know about it yet.
Mhm.
Exactly.
We're just not reaching the collectors.
Because I remember several times we would stop people at the show and ask them, hey, you care about the Pokemon cards, and but they would be wearing some kind of Disney paraphernalia, you know, like a shirt or a hat or something.
Or a purse or something.
And we'd stop and ask them like, oh, hey, you know, obviously you're buying Pokemon. Have you seen Disney cards? What's a Disney? Yeah, there's Disney cards out there. How many times did we have to actually just tell them that they exist, let alone how the whole market works? The fact that you've got cards selling for $500,000, the fact that you just had the Woody sell for $30,000. It's like those numbers blew minds. But if we said, oh, yeah, there was a Illustrator card that sold for a few $10 million or whatever it was, it's like, oh, yeah, we heard about that. Everybody knows about that. And I look back sometimes and I'm thinking like how Logan Paul put up that post. If like somebody had won a match, he was going to go out and buy like the $100,000 Cinderella card or something.
Yep.
And I'm like,
more of that stuff needs to happen.
I wish so badly that had happened. And not because I want Logan Paul to have anything Disney related, because I like Disney and I don't necessarily like Logan Paul. I just think it would have helped the market.
Yeah, I agree.
It would have been newsworthy.
And I mean, we need to have, like, again, I keep pounding this. Maybe I can do the top 5 Disney sales of the week.
Yeah.
You know, every week, and just let people know what's going on.
We're screaming at everybody out there listening, like, buy Disney while you can.
I was going to ask you this question, and I know I've asked you this, but I want to ask you on the podcast. Do you feel that you selling your cards right now, like knowing that probably they will skyrocket in value in the future?
Yeah.
Like, do you have like
I don't love it.
Like,
right. I also have bills to pay.
Facts.
Right. So you always need a little bit of liquid.
Tank tops aren't free.
And so, right. I mean, I eat cheaply for those $1.50 hot dogs. But yes, I will have regret having sold these.
Here's the thing. It's a real conversation that we have after these, like when a show goes like this, where it's like not many went at comps. I more than Funcle am like, dude, I don't know if I can do this. Because I can't watch you lose money. Because like you can sell these one-off, like he can go and sell a card to a individual buyer who actually wants the card for more than what I sometimes can sell it in the live. Yeah. Now, sometimes the live, it goes great. And it's like, oh.
And it's not like you don't have people, like there's 60 people watching you. At a time.
Yeah.
I think we had 70 last night, maybe even a few more at the peak. But it's like, oh, okay, well, obviously there's people in here. There's buying going on in here, but the real collectors, like you were saying, those are the ones that I don't think really know that these kinds of shows even exist because, again, we're dealing with such a small pool so it gets to that conversation of like, are we doing what is the service that we're offering here? Because often Funcle is very, what you see is what you get with Matt. Like he comes off as a very kind guy. And it's no different anywhere outside of being in front of people or on camera. He is just a very genuinely caring, kind person. And
I disagree.
I hate him. And so it's like he will sacrifice a card to educate the masses to help build this community. And it's like, oh, that's great. Because in the end, it would hopefully benefit him. But it's like he has to take the hit in order to benefit everyone. And I'm like, he's not trying to be a martyr. He's just trying to help something that he's passionate and cares about. And I'm like, I want to be a part of it. But at the same time, I don't want to be the cause that's like, well, because we decided to auction it instead of just listing it, on the website, it went for maybe less than it could have. And I feel bad about that because I am very high on this market. I have been convinced after everything I've seen that this is the next big boom, maybe not tomorrow, but over the next months and years.
I agree.
This will be the biggest non-sport card IP that you can get into. And I hate to, say like, oh, not only are you going to be able to buy it now when it's going to definitely go up in value, but you're going to be able to buy it now at a discount. And that's where I feel bad.
No.
What do you say about that?
I mean, I really enjoy being on podcasts. Right? This is a blast.
This is all paying for this podcast appearance.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, it was really fun going to the VIP at the National. No, it's true heroes plant trees under whose shade they'll never sit. And so like,
Put that on
but
it.
we're
I'm telling you,
we're
he's such a
building-
good guy.
But we're building this, right? Dude, it is fun. And it's fun to like be able to promote it in such a positive way and not just make it all about, not completely commodify it.
Yes.
Right. So just being able to talk about it, like at the card show, it was just fun just to talk about it and be like, oh, here's what happened in 2023. Here's what happened in 2024.
Yeah.
And then as I would see the kids like start twirling in circles as I got bored listening to me. I mean, that
But
was
the
a
parents
blast.
weren't, though. They were engaged.
The parents really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
what pulls people in too is like your enthusiasm for it. And they see that, we're dressing up as Disney characters, and you have I don't know what your character would be other than the Funcle character, which I mean,
The Funk Man.
let alone that should be copywritten. But it is like they would see your Disney cards and then they would see your Back to the Future card and your Saved by the Bell.
That got a lot of
and
action. That
it's
Back
like
to the Future card.
all of the non-sport, and they're like, oh my goodness, I love, like, did you see that? They would point to these cards, but they would have no real idea of like, oh, I have to have that, because for all they know, there's a million of them. They know nothing about it other than, oh, it's a card of the thing that I really like. Where 9 times out of 10, if it's Pokemon, it's like, oh, I'll consider buying that for myself. But if it's not Pokemon, it's like, oh, well, I don't know. It's just cool. I'll look at it.
And so like, how do you get a non-sport card show?
Yeah.
Right. You promote non-sport cards. So we just have to build it up and somebody has to do it. So, let's do it.
What's the
I agree.
Field of Dreams?
If you build it, they will come.
Yep.
And here's the thing. I'm not opposed to the non-national, non-sport nonsense card show.
The non-national nonsense card show.
Yeah. Just
Patented.
all of those things. I am not opposed to putting on
I think we
something
could do
like
it.
that. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I do want to show you this. This was the best pickup at the card show in this bag.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's not a
So
Costco
shout
hot
out.
dog.
Yes. I don't see any hot dogs coming out of there, bro. By the way, when Matt got to the house last night, he brings a bouquet of flowers for my wife.
Oh,
That was from my wife to her.
a bouquet.
By the way, my wife is very sorry. She didn't realize you had gone, and she was kind of mad at me for not telling her because she wanted to say bye. So
Don't look.
tell her, she says bye. But he brings a bouquet of flowers, some waters,
Bouquet.
and was it 6?
Yeah.
6 Costco hot dogs.
Come on.
And I'm not gonna lie, they were fresh. They were still
They were
warm.
fresh.
Oh, yeah.
They smelled delicious. I didn't end up having
Did
one. I
you
feel
eat
bad. No, my wife and daughter did, and then
I had the other 4.
No, he ate like 2 of them.
My blood pressure's through the roof.
All right, go ahead. What did you get? Oh,
Did you see these?
whoa.
Shout out.
Aren't these
Shout
awesome?
out to Philip with Pristine Custom Cards. So Pristine Custom Cards was a vendor that was set up at the show that creates custom cards that you guys can order. So he was nice enough to give us 6 of these cards for free.
Oh, what?
And so shout out to them. And here is the non-refractor version right here.
Dude, let me see this.
Dude, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
And
That's
the cracked ice refractor version of
Oh,
myself,
sick.
Funcle, and Sports Roy.
I didn't know
You
you
got-
did this. When you went over there, I knew you were getting cards of yours. I didn't know you were getting
Dude, these are
this.
so sweet.
This is amazing.
So it does have a spot for an auto. So
I do-
we all need a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Triple
love that.
auto on there.
Before we leave this room, all of us are signing.
Yeah, Jesse is
each
wearing
card.
a do-rag in
I-
the
It
picture.
does
I
look
like
kinda
how-
like that.
I
Yeah.
like how my Buzz Lightyear is now a
But
do-rag.
if you guys want some custom cards, go over to Pristine Custom Cards on Instagram. I think they do custom orders and all that. They said they can even do relics in the
Yeah.
cards.
That is
And so
cool.
these are super cool. So shout out to Philip. And yeah,
Yeah,
You-
wow.
You can see that I'm 200 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
I know. Look at
Here,
that.
so that's awesome.
Wow. Well, we'll put these up on social so you guys can get a better look at them. But dude, thank you. That's so cool.
well, thanks to Philip.
Yeah, thank you, Philip. Really do appreciate this, man.
Pristine
Yeah.
Custom Cards.
He's gonna be at the I guess maybe just all future Nashville card shows. They did say he's going to be at the sports card show. Obviously, I think he'll probably be back at the non-sport card shows as well. So if you guys are coming to Nashville and you're going to come to these shows, you'll see us because we're going to try and be at the majority of these as well. But you'll also be able to go talk to Philip. All right. So where else do we want to go?
What the biggest question I had after the last show was how to start selling cards. Like, what advice do you have for smaller sellers? Like, I have cards now. Like, I want to start selling.
Yeah.
And so then I started working it out. I'd like to hear what you guys think about it.
Okay.
And like the number one thing was when you buy a card, have a plan for it.
Oh, Ray's been preaching that too. Yeah.
Like, don't just buy a card and be like,
just buy a card willy-nilly.
And
I'll buy it. I know what I buy.
Oh, I
like it when I see it.
Hey, can I just go ahead and emphasize? You're talking about me right there. Because that's what happened with those sketch cards. Because I saw sketches that I liked.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a plan for it. And I bought it for too much. And I regretted it moments later.
And so when you're you're one of those 3 buyers when you're buying that card, right? If it's for your PC, sure, fine, whatever. Then put it away.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna flip it, like have a means to flip it.
Yeah.
Like send it off to consignment. Have an eBay store. Don't just be like, well, I'm gonna take it to the next show. It's like, well, you're only gonna get 80% of comps.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? And a lot of times you'll be like, oh no, I'm too far into it.
Yeah.
Okay, well now that wasn't the plan for the card.
Yeah.
And that's when you go to a vendor table and you're like, oh, that actually is not what the comps are. Could you take what the comps are? No, I bought it for over comps at the time. And I'm like, I don't care. That's your problem.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what you paid for it after. So you need to have a plan and have a means of selling it for the price you want.
Absolutely.
If you're going to grade it, fine. But have a means to grade it.
Yep.
Like grade it yourself, take it to GameStop. Like get that card.
Don't take it to GameStop.
I agree. But,
if you have to, maybe.
But do what you want with that card quickly. Don't just let it sit.
Yes. Yeah.
And
you had a instant buyer's remorse.
Oh, like the moment
knew.
he walked away, I was like, why did I do that?
And then later I tell Jesse, just because someone comes to your table and wants to sell you something doesn't mean you have to buy it.
I have this real problem where if they recognize me and or they know the show, I end up paying more than I want to.
They have stickers. You have this thing to where you owe people something. You don't owe anybody anything.
Victimization.
I do feel that. I am the
Jesse.
they're the victim of me, and I owe them reparations.
Jesse's choice.
Yes.
Jesse literally like auctioned off one of those sketches and lost money. Like,
half. I think it was. I went half
from yesterday.
So
you found them. Where were they?
They were in a bag. I put them in a bubble mailer in another bag that I normally wouldn't have put it.
There was a donut on top of one.
Yeah, I would have thought the $5 donuts giveaways would have helped with card sales. But yeah, no, I bought one sketch for $150 at the show.
The Ultron.
Well, both of them I bought for $150.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean is the one that I ended up selling last night because it's like, oh, it's a Disney show. We had already run through all of Matt's cards, and at the end, it was just like, well, there's still a good amount of people in here. I'm going to put that and my Judy Hopps card out of 5.
Ooh.
Well, everything else has been doing mediocre.
Why don't I do that? Well, because
let's run my big cards.
At the very end of the show, that's when some of the cards were moving for more. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe like we finally got a little more momentum. Maybe people are getting on here later because it's Memorial Day weekend, whatever. I'm going to try and list these. And yeah, half of what I paid for the sketch. And it actually went a little bit more than what I paid for the Judy Hopps, but I got such a good deal on that. I thought it was going to go for way more than what I paid for it. So it was just like, yeah, it stung. But again, I got caught up in the moment of, I like that sketch. You know who I am. I now owe you full price, maybe a little bit more than what I would have paid. And that's where it's like, if I stop and think,
nonsense.
when I stop and actually think and take all the advice that I give to other people and that I also hear from everyone, why did you, don't do that. And fortunately, I didn't do that when they came over with the Disney 100 full refractor set.
Right.
Because he wanted 1,300. Which that's totally fair.
Because you ended up paying what, 150 for it? 200?
I think 50 bucks
eventually.
$2 bill. It was that they just thought the $2 bill was
real
cool.
Crispy.
No, I paid $750 for that, and that was a steal. That was the best deal I did of the show.
Is that what does that break down per card?
Well, it's 100 cards, so $7.50. $7.50. Yeah, so. That's awesome. More than happy with that. And because I mean, even when we started the live last night, we were talking about it, and someone asked me how much did I buy it for? Because they said they bought theirs for $1,400. So it's like it's not crazy. Like his price wasn't crazy by any means.
And I'd buy him for $1,000 sight unseen. Like
you do,
yeah. Like because you can get value out of that for sure. Like by grading a couple of them. Because the Mickey went for $800. A Mickey refractor PSA 10 goes for $800.
Yeah,
on auction, right? So when I buy it now, that's a $1,200 card. So there's all of your money back.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. But at this point, I actually did know. So I didn't have my plan fully set, but I did know this. I would be perfectly satisfied with holding this for a period of time. So that's why.
Is that what you're going to do?
Well, and that's why I think like if that's your answer, if you have that as an option in your head of like you're okay with this being, set aside for a period of time, you don't necessarily have to have your plan fully laid out in your mind at the point of buying. You just have to know.
You bought it as an investor.
But that's exactly. So that was my overall thinking is like, maybe I'll flip this, but maybe I'll be an investor. And if you are maybe the investor part, then it's okay. Like you can give it time.
Yeah, that's your plan for it, is to put it away.
Exactly. So
execute that plan, put it away.
So I did overpay on some, but when I was thinking more clearly, I was able to. Because what happened was the guy came over, he asked if we'd be interested at $1,300, looked over it. I was interested, but not at $1,300. So I said, we let him know. Not right now, man. I'd probably be closer to $750. And he said, okay. He walked around the show. And this is why I will be going back to that card show and every other local card show, is not just for the opportunity to sell, but it's the opportunity to buy.
Yeah. Like if you set up.
That is the biggest takeaway I think I took from that show was the deals because of. So we talked about all the negatives of how small the non-sport world is, but there are benefits to the non-sport world not being very big. And
the only buyer.
Exactly. They don't have anybody else to go to.
And the kid was awesome, right? The kid was great.
Very kind.
When you're selling, keep in mind, there's always negotiations, always 100% of the time. And two things to keep in mind. One, it's never personal. Right. No, somebody might be lowballing you. They're not lowballing you. They're lowballing the price.
Yes.
Right. So it's never personal. And two, it's okay to walk away.
Yeah.
Right. So if they say, oh, lowball price, be like, hey, that's way too low for me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
That's it. It's again, like, don't get butthurt. Don't take offense to it. It's not intended that way. They're trying to get the best deal they can. Between a buyer and a seller, there should be tension, but you both want the buyer to get that card.
Mm-hmm.
So it shouldn't be contentious.
Yeah.
So you both kind of want to get to the same point. There's just tension on the way to get there.
I like that. Yeah, that's a really good point. Wait, what were we talking about before? I think I kind of like
the Marvel. You
have a reason.
The Marvel guy.
Have a reason for.
We got some great Marvel 1966 Marvel cards.
I forgot about that.
Adam, shout out to you. They're awesome cards.
Yeah. So, Adam, thank you for that. Yeah, really good deal. There was another gentleman who came by. I'm still hoping he reaches out, but he saw the Batman in there, and he was like, "Hey, how much does that go for?" And we told him, it's going $455. You're asking $400. We're thinking like, oh, he wants to buy. He's like, what? Really? Hey, so like, how much would you pay for it? I'm like, well, it really depends on what it looks like. It depends on the condition of it. Okay, well, yeah, just sight unseen. Like, what would you buy for it? I'm like, well, again, like I kind of would. So I mean, like if you just asked me, like you have a copy of this. I don't know, $75, $100. Like if I didn't see it, like I would pay.
You lowball
just like
that?
a cook. Well,
I mean, like if
cooked.
What if it was like all torn up or ratty? It's like
even PSA 1s go for $300 now minimum. That's the floor.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't have time to look it up. He was just like asking me a question.
And he didn't know, so you felt comfortable throwing that number out.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to get taken on like I did on those sketches. I'm lowballing this thing.
So I learned my lesson.
So he says that, and he's like, well, I just had a family member pass, and I was going through.
And Jesse was like, no better time.
Yeah. Did I say 75? I meant 20.
I'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yeah. See you soon with my $20 bill. But no, he was like, we went through their stuff, and there's like 5 of those. And there's a complete set as well. And I remember these Robins, and there was this Riddler card. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that may be a different story, but yeah, I definitely would be interested. So I gave him like the Hobby Nonsense channel. I was like, hey, reach out to us over here. And He hasn't messaged yet.
Just because he's bereaved doesn't make him a sap.
Yeah, I think I wasn't trying to take advantage
of
him.
He was also like a day trader or something like that.
Yeah,
so
he was like a finance guy.
Yeah, like so he understood like the value
he
of
was
things
trying to
and
move it quick, and I was just like,
Jesse was super kind to him.
I tried to get his actual number, but so that's why I don't think it's going to happen. He wasn't wanting to give out his number, so he just was like, no, I'll message you on Instagram. So we'll see. But that was really cool too. I'm trying to think if there were any other iconic or cool moments from that show. I mean, there was a lot of.
We kept worrying about the other Marvel guy that was close to us. You're like, I hope he's doing okay.
I did feel bad.
I'm like,
it's a
why
fellow
do you care?
non-sporter. It's a fellow non-sporter. I was
he was selling Pokemon. He just PCs Marvel.
But he
had some Sapphire Marvel.
Yeah, there was a few Marvel
okay.
cards in there because that's actually who I got. No, that wasn't who I got the sketch from. I almost bought some of his sketches because he had a few Marvel sketches that I wanted. But yeah, you start to grow in your consideration for other people at these shows, especially when they're in the same world of non-sport as you. But the guys who were in our little quad, I don't know. I like the mom and son behind us were amazing, and then the guy right next to us who's also selling Pokemon, he was funny. He was. I
felt bad for that. I did feel bad for that guy.
Well, there was a point where it's like you were gone, and he's like, "Hey, when he gets back, tell him that someone came up and they wanted to buy, all of his ponchos for this price." Like for something way over.
Jokes, huh?
Like for $50K or something like that. And they had cash, but you just tell him like, oh, you were gone too long. He couldn't wait long enough. So he left. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So this guy's like having fun. We're getting along here. I like that. So there is a part of the show, especially if you're there for more than like a day. It's like, oh, you start building these cool, fun relationships. And it's like, oh, if I run into that guy again, it would be.
I do have one pet peeve, and I want to address this to every vendor in any card show, period. Okay.
Oh.
You are there to sell cards.
Okay.
Build relationships.
Educate.
Let's be a little more personable. And let's not sit down and be on your phone the whole time, especially when someone is coming up to a table interested in any of the cards.
Well,
if you're sitting there and you're on your phone and someone comes to your table and you're like, hey, let me know if you want to see anything, and you get back to your phone, like, what are we doing? Like, let's stand up.
Yes.
Let's address somebody like a human being.
Yes. I will say I sat down a lot, but I did at least address.
Well, you have gout.
I don't have gout currently. I'm just like to sit. I love it. But that was one of the things that Braden, I think, was saying. Is like, no, I'm buying these from you. I actually started encouraging him to stop buying from me because he was a kid and he was just buying all of the booster boxes I had. And I was like, dude, you're not pulling it. It's
because
okay.
you saw he went and like sold his shoes.
And
so came back and like
do that.
Yes, holes in his socks.
But he was like, I was like, dude, no, you don't need to buy anymore. He's like, no, you actually were like, we're talking and you're funny. I'm okay with that. And there was a few people who made specific comments of, you guys actually engaged us. Which I'm like, you know what?
Like, I didn't mean to.
Ray's advice, don't listen to it, because what's going to happen is we will be the more engaging ones and they will come to us and they'll avoid those tables. So it's a benefit to the ones who are out there.
Like, come on, guys. Like, and if you're like, oh, this show sucked, you were on your phone and you were sitting down the whole time.
You're not talking about anybody specific, are you?
No. I'm just saying like other vendors,
Yes.
like,
yeah.
What are we doing?
I know. I completely agree with you.
What are we doing?
It's a thing at all card shows, right? That people just kind of assume people are going to come to them. They've got the good stuff. They'll come to me. When maybe that works if you're like at a flea market where no one else has cards. But if you're at a card show where everybody has cards, they're just going to keep right on going. And that's, I don't even want you to not be on your phone. I want you actively engaging. If you see people,
I want you engaged.
If you see people within a foot of your table, you better be talking to them. Whether if it's a hello or just a,
hey, how are you doing?
Hey,
I really like your shirt.
Nice day we're having, isn't it?
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
You're beautiful.
Gentlemen, I have to get to the airport.
What time's your flight?
On that note.
It's in an hour and a half. So
I really hope that's not true. But we do have to actually get going because of the timing of this show. We have to cut it a little short today. This is not going to be your normal hour and a half show, which is sad having Funcle here, not having a 3-hour episode. But I just noticed your shirt says fun and then Cull.
Yeah.
But the FUN is highlighted.
Yep. Sure. Oh, okay. Memorial Day. Yep. Absolutely. Remember
okay.
everyone. But hey, guys, in about a month, 2 months, reach out to the families of the lost soldiers. Right. It's
as a veteran yourself, you can appreciate this.
Yep.
Yeah. That's really kind.
I miss my friends. And it's nice today.
Yeah.
But in 2 months, like they're not gonna get the family sacrificed a lot too. So reach out to them.
That's good.
Say thanks to them.
That's good.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for saying that.
I'm into that.
Everybody, we appreciate, as always, the support. I can't say enough about people probably think I'm lying or it's just me trying to pump the show. Every week our numbers are going up on all platforms. I just got word that SCN, we have outdone them on social media.
Whoa.
The Hobby Nonsense channel as far as the last month went. So not to say maybe that it may not be the case next month, but this month for sure it was. So everybody, it's not to say I'm trying to beat out the other show, but it is just cool to see how much growth we're experiencing.
The funny thing is that is one of his shows.
I mean, it's the other show I'm on. I want both to be very successful. But that all being said, it's been another wonderful trip for Funcle to be in town. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys. Love it. So much fun.
Ray and I will be back as normal next week, and we look forward to many more fun breaks, live eBay live shows. Guys, by the way, just a quick shout out to Haystack again. If you guys are looking to take any of this advice and start selling your cards and you want to have them easily scanned and listed, check out Haystack. It is one of the best tools, in my opinion. It makes it so simple to take pictures of your cards, but also then to have the AI find out exactly what card that is without you having to do hardly any work. Simplicity is key there. eBay Lives every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come check us out. And then if you are checking out Upper Decks products, look out for the upcoming DC. What is the name of the DC product that is all custom Marvel art?
That's dope.
It is so cool. And it's I think it starts with an I, and I'm blanking on it for some reason. But I was talking to someone. It feels BJ. I was talking to. It feels very much like a Star Wars Galaxy product for DC.
Very cool.
And it's going to be popular because Marvel or Topps is also doing something very similar. They've got their illustrious Marvel product coming. So everyone's clamoring for custom art cards. And that's a whole nother conversation because I want to talk about how Disney or how Topps can learn a lot from Pokemon. And that's going to be one of the keys.
All Pokemon cards are custom art cards.
And that's the thing. I think people, that's why one year's Pikachu can outsell last year's Pikachu. So Funcle actually does have to go to the airport. All right. So we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. But thank you guys again for liking, subscribing, and just listening and supporting. We will see you on the next one.
Bye.
See ya.